Hey there, welcome back to my channel. If you enjoy my readings, please be sure to like and subscribe, as well as leave me a comment and let me know if this reading resonates with you. So this week we're going to do a collective reading, and we're going to go ahead and pull some cards from the Supernatural deck, and it's going to be multiple different cards. Okay, so we may pull from the Narcissist deck. Just depending on how what the type of cards we get are. Hold on, just one sec. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's start over. Hey there, welcome back to my channel. If you enjoy my readings, please be sure to like and subscribe, as well as leave me a comment and let me know if this reading resonates with you. So today we're going to do a collective reading, and it's going to have to do with July. We're going to go ahead and cover the retrogrades and things of that nature. It's probably going to be a separate video though. So we're going to do the tarot upload as well as the retrogrades, and we're going to do two different uploads this week. Alright, so let me go ahead and pull some cards here. Sun, Moon, Rise, and Venus. We're going to do a love reading. So it is flooding down here in the south, so I've got to wear my headphones. I hope that you can hear me. I'm going to try to talk a little louder than normal. I hate dealing with this thing. Alright, so I actually purchased a microphone, but it just doesn't stay charged, and I don't really know how to get it plugged in. So the first card that we have is the Lover's card, upright, and this is sitting in your central and present issue. So you may be having some issues with your love life, or maybe you don't have a love life and you're trying to find a lover. But the Lover's card pretty much, means that you're looking for love, you're trying to find love, or you have love, but this is situated under your issue. So you may be having just some disagreements with all these planets retrograde. Yeah, it can cause some problems in the fight or flight area of your relationship. And then we've got the Page of Blades, which is under what's crossing you. So this has to do with someone who's young, inexperienced, who has a lot of burdens on their plate and a lot of responsibilities placed on them, but they don't have a lot of experience in life. They're young, they don't really know what they're doing, but yet they have more than their fair share of work to do. So let's check out the past and see what is what's going on for the past. Alright, so in the recent past, you may have been dealing with somebody vindictive who may have come after you. Somebody who is, in this particular deck, is a demon from Sam and Dean Winchester's deck that we have here, Supernatural deck. So this is the Six of Blades, and let me just take a look because I can't remember this character's name. The I'm sorry, Nine of Blades. Okay, so this is Alistair, and he is a particularly nasty demon and Hell's Grand Inquisitor. He has a particular affinity for torturing victims, not only physically or psychologically and emotionally, The Nine of Blades is a tarot card of anxiety, nightmares, and worry. It indicates stress, and it suggests that you need to take time to consciously relax. So meditation is a great way to kind of bring your heartbeat to your brain rhythms, and you can actually put your tongue on the top of your mouth while you meditate, and that should help to bring your heartbeat and your brain waves to the same cohesive beat. All right, so let's take a look for your best outcome. So for your best outcome, this is Alright, so I wanted to just shove these a little bit more than normal. Okay, so for your best outcome, we've got the Queen of Goblets. Alright, so the Queen of Goblets is like, you know, the mother of all of the demon hunters. You know, she is like, you know, Buffy the Vampire Slayer in the vampire world. She's definitely not anybody that you want to be messing with. Alright, so this lady here, this is the type of strong person that you want to try to be with or be, you know, try to become, so that you didn't have to worry about depending on anyone else, okay? You can always fall back on your own strong traits. And then your partner also doesn't have to deal with it. Carry all the burdens alone, basically. So then we have the 9. We have another 9, okay? So let's quite a few 9s here. Let me see. So 9 of Pentacles represents... 9s in general represent fruition. Seeing something coming into fruition and making it happen. So this means that you're almost to your 10 of Pentacles status, but the 9 of Pentacles, it has to do with manifesting and bringing into like a new enterprise. Maybe you have a goal, maybe you have something that you've been trying to accomplish for a while, and it's imperative to not give up on your dreams, especially if, you know, because this is in your future card. This is your immediate future. So if you're like me and, you know, you're tired of the same old monotonous, you know, thing that you've been doing all your days, maybe the pandemic made you realize that, you know, there's other ways to do things, because we all had to do a lot of changes this last year, and sometimes whenever you have to go through hard changes, you learn something. So let me pull your factors affecting the situation. So what's making you want to make these huge changes? Let's see. Oh, we had one try to jump out. Let's see which one it was. Okay, so it's the Four of Blades. Okay, so the Four of Blades is a really good card for stability. And I see that, you know, the reason why you might be deciding to start your own enterprise or your own business is because you're tired of, you know, not having a stable situation, right? Maybe you do have a stable situation, but it's just not really putting a whole lot of money in the savings. So let's go ahead and see what else we can do here. So this is your external influences. So the people in your life that are around you are going to make or break your situation. If they have your back and encourage you and help you, then you're definitely going to get going with whatever it is that you're trying to do. But if you're around a bunch of negative people who don't have your back, then there's a better chance that you're going to struggle more. You're not going to ask for help. You're not going to move forward, and these people are only going to hold you back. So let's see what kind of people you're dealing with. Alright, so today we're shuffling in 12s or, you know, multiples of 12 if I feel like maybe we need to shuffle a little bit more. So we've got the 9 of Cups reversed, so that's another 9. Okay, so that's crazy right there, okay? So we've got the 9 of Blades, we've got the 9 of Pentacles, and the 9 of Cups, all in the same reading. Like I said, 9 has to do with fruition, okay? The 9 of Swords has to do with depression. The 9 of, let me see what we got here. The 9 of Pentacles has to do with gratitude and luxury. So, you know, you're ready for that. You're trying to start a new enterprise. You're trying to bring things into fruition. And with this most recent 9 of Cups, we have, excuse me, we have, let me see. 9 of Cups is, you know, it's like you know, the 10 of Cups is, and the 10 of Pentacles, both are very, very positive cards. Pentacles represent money, and Cups represent more like emotional, you know, comfort, satisfaction, stability. Happiness comes without all that weight on your chest, right? So if you're stressing and you're all the time worried about whether or not you're going to make ends meet, you're not going to be fulfilled. So actually this card just tried to jump out on me, the World card. So what's your hopes and fears? So, you know, this is the perfect card for hopes and fears, because, you know, I feel like you may want to go on a grand voyage. You might want to move. You might want to do something different. You might want to do a different job, or have a different, you know, perspective on things. So if you do try to change, you know, there's always this fear that you might not make it. And I tell you, that's held me back for a very long time. But actually seeing my other family members, friends, and people succeed against the odds has really helped me to see that, you know, you can do it. And you should never hold yourself back, okay? So that's under hopes and fears, travel. So you may really be looking forward to leaving, changing, something of that nature, and don't let anything hold you back. Alright, so let's pull one for your final outcome. This is for the collective. So I feel like whenever you read for the collective, you know, hold on, y'all. Hold on. Alright, so this one's backwards in the deck all by itself. Knight of Goblets. Alright. And the Knight of Goblets is like your proverbial knight in shining armor. And this is the, this guy actually, in the Supernatural series, he ended up becoming a werewolf. And Sam and Dean basically just had it out about who was going to, whether or not they should kill him, right? Because he's now living with a whole pack of wolves, and, you know, his whole family is a bunch of wolves, and they're like, well, we really need to kill him because he's a wolf. But then again, he's also their fellow friend, you know, and their person who's had their back. They can't kill him because they love him. So sometimes you find yourself in a situation where, you know, black and white ways of society just don't really fit what you're trying to, you know, what your conscience says to do. And you know, if the higher ups are telling you that you need to do something that's wrong, or like, for example, societal, you know, common ground doesn't feel right anymore, then you need to make a judgment based on your heart. Of course, you know that if you don't do the right thing, this werewolf might come back and bite you. But is it worth it? I guess we'll never know until we have to find out. So don't try to judge others for things that you don't know what they're going through, okay? Because you never know what other people have been through and what if it might happen to you, right? Just as soon as I say I'm not going to do something, you know, the universe forces me into this situation where I have to make a choice. So be careful what you put out there. So let's pull some narcissist cards. All right, so I've added all the narcissist cards into one deck. But that was kind of a mistake because I can hardly shuffle them now. So we're going to shuffle half the deck, and then we're going to shuffle the other half together. Alright, so for your Lovers card, we're going to pull a Narcissist card. And because this is under your present and central issue, so you might be having some kind of situation where your lover's, you know, causing some issues. So let's pull some Narcissist cards and find out if it's... now this is a shadow reading. So I want you to be aware that just because I'm pulling a narcissist card doesn't mean that it's someone else. I want you to be very honest with yourself, and I want you to consider, could this narcissist card be me? All right, so that's what the shadow self is all about. It's all about, you know, overcoming obstacles. If you can point the finger at everyone else, then you need to look in the mirror too, okay? Because life is too short to be, you know, heartaching all the time. And if you allow yourself to, you can definitely put yourself in a situation where, you know, even if you are with a new lover, you're going to still have the same issues that you had before. All right, so repel a narcissist. Okay, some of the things that you can do to repel a narcissist include setting up boundaries. You know, if they treat you bad, then tell them you're not going to deal with it anymore. Tell them that you're going to leave and show them that you mean it. All right, and on your what's crossing you, we've got the Page of Blades, and that has to do with somebody who's been put in an awkward situation where they had to make decisions on the spur of the moment that maybe weren't the best decisions, and it might have caused them to feel like, or you, to feel like you need revenge on this person. All right, so there's revenge. Okay, I just want to go ahead and say that revenge is like, how do you say this? So revenge is definitely a triple karma type of situation. If someone does you wrong and you take revenge upon them, that is most definitely going to come back to you tenfold. Okay, and then for your past, we've got this evil demon of nine of swords. Alright, so we've got stone walling. In your recent past, you might have had a sadistic, demon-like person in your life who was stonewalling you. Alright, so this kind of goes along with repelling a narcissist. So if you decide that you're going to tell the narcissist how you really feel, then they might get super upset, and then eventually it's going to turn into a stone wall. They're not going to let you, you know, get away with telling them how much bullcrap that you're putting them through. They're going to try to make you feel bad by just ignoring you. They're going to stonewall you. Well, you know, we can play Grey Rock too. So the worst thing is whenever a narcissist makes you angry, they typically will mirror everything that you do and do exactly what you say. Whatever you say, they're going to throw it back in your face, you know, and blame it all on you. Well, that's a repeating pattern, and you're never going to break free from that pattern as long as you stay within that relationship, unless, you know, everyone in the situation tries. Everyone has to realize their narcissistic qualities, and everyone has to overcome them. It's a door that swings both ways, and don't let it hit you on the way out. Okay, so this is the truth of the matter, though. All right, so best outcome. The best outcome. React to the criticism by reflecting. Take 3 deep breaths. React to the criticism by reflecting. All right, this is the best advice I can give anyone, okay? So basically, it says take 3 deep breaths. Don't react with anger. Don't get livid or angry or, oops, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to adjust my light because it's too dark. And walk away, okay? Walk away if it's necessary. All right, and then we also have... Hey there, welcome back to my channel. Alright, so something went wrong and I lost you, but we still have a couple more cards to throw down. So I went ahead. Alright, y'all, hold on just one more second. Hold on. Alright, so there we go. I went ahead and I just taped the mic straight to my face because I got tired of trying to hold it up. Don't hate, okay? Don't hate on me. I can already hear you hating on me from over here. All right, so we've got, in your immediate future, we've got the 9 of Pentacles, which has to do with major changes, gratitude, luxury. So you might be like starting a new business or something of that nature. And let's see what your Narcissist card says. It says, let me just shuffle a little bit. All right, so it says hypersensitive. All right, so you don't want to be hypersensitive because it can hold you back in life. If somebody is trying to support you and they're telling you something and you are hypersensitive, you might think they're trying to attack you when they're actually just agreeing with you. You might think that they're trying to move in on your territory or steal your man or, you know, any number of strange delusions. You know, if you're sensitive, then people can't tell you, you know, they can't criticize you. And I feel like, you know, in these patterns of repeating, if someone tries to tell you something and you don't listen, you never learn. And that goes for everybody. So if you're trying to break yourself of bad habits, repeated narcissistic patterns, you have to recognize the narcissist in yourself. That's what shadow work is all about. Being hypersensitive is going to hold you back. If you text someone and they ignore you, don't assume the worst, you know, let it go. Don't assume that they don't care about you or they don't love you or that they don't have, you know, they probably just don't have time to deal with your text message. Maybe they have kids. Maybe they have jobs. Maybe they're, who knows what. But try not to take anything too personally. And if it's a repeated situation, just ask the person, you know, is this personal or what, you know? And if they say no, then take it on face value and move on, because if they're going to hold on to it, that's on them. That's not on you. All right. So especially if you're in a business situation with someone. You certainly cannot take it to heart if they get upset or throw a fit about something that you did. You know, don't take revenge, okay? You got that over here under what's crossing you is revenge. So be careful, because a lot of crazy people take revenge. Here we got the Ted Bundy card just popped out. That one's under factors affecting your situation. So anytime you think that you have it bad, just remember that there's somebody else out there who probably has it a whole lot worse. And if you're walking around in life, you know, thinking that you're the scapegoat, you're the one who's the worst off, and you're never ever focusing on the betterment, you know, then you're not going to be able to overcome. All right, so then we got external influences. Okay, so I did add some, we're going to say conspiracy cards into this deck, just because it's so heavy and it's so serious all the time. And you know, I really don't know the truth. I don't know if there's such a thing as a lizard people. I'm not going to sit here and laugh at people who believe that, because you never know. I've seen some things that I cannot explain. And so I'm not going to say there's not lizard people, but, you know, I just think it's kind of funny, right? Because some of this stuff really resonates, all right? So it's under your external influences, another 9 card. All right, it's right there under the 9 of Cups. 9 of Cups. All right, you might be a lizard Illuminati if you like to live underground, cold, dark, moist places. Okay, all right. So what this says to me is, if you're having external influences who are cold, dark, you know, negative people, and they're going to affect you from getting your 10 of Cups lifestyle, okay? They're going to hold you down. They're going to slow you down. They're going to try to eat you alive. They're going to, you know, oppress you. And if you're, you know, a middle-aged white person and you've always had a pretty decent lifestyle, you might not realize that there's such a thing as oppression out there. You might not have ever felt oppression. But there are plenty of people out there who struggle from oppression. And the Illuminati is all about oppressing people. Okay? So I don't know if there's such a thing as lizard Illuminati, but I do know there's such a thing as oppression. And it does have to do with the people who are at the top of the pyramid not sharing all the money with the people at the bottom of the pyramid. Okay? So if you find yourself in a situation where you're at the bottom of the pyramid and you're holding up all the weight, you know, drop that. Walk away. You don't need that. They're only, you know, and you can do that by not shopping at these places. You can do that by not working at these places. You can do that by not banking at these places. If they're oppressing you, your bank account, your life, your style, you know, even if it's your electrical system, you know, it's okay to invest in something that's, you know, if you live in these hot states, which is just about all the states at this point, then you need to be prepared for what might happen, like power outages. Dennis Lynn Rader. Okay, this guy, I do believe might still be alive. Okay, I think he's in jail right now, because look, it's got the orange shirt. So, he was busted by metadata. What is metadata? Well, whenever you take a picture, it is embedded with metadata. And if you know how to look at this metadata, you can see exactly where that picture was taken. So he got a little bit stupid. This is the BTK killer. Blinded people. He would bind people, torture them, kill them in Wichita, Kansas. And he was looking for, this is where my family's from. My family's from Wichita, Kansas. So he would look for women who were home alone, and he would watch them through the window. I always wondered why. I heard my dad say that once when I was a little kid. he said, let's turn these blinds the other direction. And he told me, he said, if the blinds are facing this way, then people can see in. But if you face them up this way, then people can't see in. And I just looked at my dad like, Dad, why do you know that? That's creepy that he knows that. Well, guess what? Probably because the BTK killer was from Wichita, Kansas, okay? And he was a spy. He was a murderer who... Okay, this is the quote. How many people do I have to kill before I get recognition? Serial killer psycho, okay? So some people really just want to be recognized. This is histrionic. This kind of need for people to pay attention to you. And, you know, I really do want followers and I want subscribers. But on the other hand, I am completely epileptic. I cannot stand like flashing lights. I don't want anybody taking a bunch of pictures of me. That's not the kind of you know, I don't want any kind of this is the wrong kind of this mentality causes the wrong kind of vibes. People will do anything to get this notoriety, to get this eternalized you know, anywho, let's pull the last card, because that... Okay, so we got cut off again. We're going to try to paste this all back together. But the moral of that last story for your hopes and your fears. You know, you've got the World card under hopes and fears, and you might be afraid to go out into the world, possibly because there's crazy psycho killers out there, right? Who are ready to pounce and... You know, who knows what happened to them, but for some reason they feel the need to come after people. So this might hold you back. These type of news stories and things online that you see make you question your safety, make you question your security. And there's a lot of people out there who will actually, you know, just not leave the house. They allow this to overcome them. But you know what? We're here in this life so that we can have a good, happy life, and so that we can, you know, accomplish something. And even if we do get murdered or killed or something horrible happens to us, you know, we should always go for our goals and our dreams and make those things happen in our life if we can, because not everybody can do that. So don't let fear hold you back. If you have the money and the time and the availability to do what you want to do, don't let fear hold you back, especially since there's so many fear mongers. I see very rich people using fear to control the masses, to manipulate the stock market and manipulate the coin market and manipulate trades and all kinds of things, which is super depressing, because people with power should not try to use fear-mongering techniques to tear down society. Okay, so the final outcome for you, the Narcissist card that goes again right there next to the Knight of Goblets, is you interrupted me. Okay, so this can go either way. You know, you might have someone in your life who nitpicks everything that you say, or you might be the nitpicker. Okay, either way, this type of mentality is toxic. And you know, if you have someone in your life who is interrupting you all the time, you know, you do need to call them out and let them know. They may not get a job, or they may not be able to do things that they want to do based on the fact that they're rude, okay? But a lot of times people who tell me this are typically the ones who interrupted me first, okay? So, you know, this, like I said before, the door swings both ways, all right? So don't be calling people out on crap that you do all the dang time. And that goes for anything. All right. So then there's your narcissist cards, but I like to do a problem, reaction, solution because I don't like to leave people on a negative note. So, so we do the problem is the tarot card. The reaction is the narcissist card. And then the solution, we're going to get, I either do Grim cards or manifestation cards, or sometimes I'll pull some oracle cards. And I have these cute little oracle cards that I made with only one word on them, so that there's not a whole lot of, y'all, let's just be real, I'm a talker. I gotta make it. Alrighty, so let's finish this reading up with some manifestation cards. Alright, so for the first section, we had the narcissist cards, the tarot cards and the narcissist cards, and that's the problem and then the reaction, and this is your solution. So manifestation cards are a great way to find a solution for whatever it is that's plaguing you. So for your present and current situation, we've got the Lovers and how to repel a narcissist. And then, you might have someone in your life who's, who may be your lover, or they may be trying to steal your lover. And then, so for your manifestation cards, we've got raise your vibration. Okay? Raise your vibration. Don't allow petty disputes to rule your life. Don't hold on to grudges. Move forward. Raise your vibration by meditating and by letting bad vibes go. So what's crossing you? We've got this young man who doesn't seem to know what in the world he's doing. He doesn't think about what he's doing. And he may be trying to take revenge on you or somebody else. So what are we going to do about that? What should we manifest? What's crossing you? If revenge is crossing you, what can you do? Use your willpower to overcome. Then in the immediate past, we've got this stonewalling demon who has loves to torture you and make you feel like crap. Maybe you got rid of them, maybe you... Alright, y'all. So I'm having some really big technical difficulties, but that's okay because this was going to be a really, really long video to upload anyway. So I'll put this all in a nice little playlist for you so that you can watch it consecutively if you like. So we were under... your past, we have the 9 of Swords and stonewalling. So you may have had like a narcissist who likes to ignore you and who just shuts down under any type of criticism. So John Gottman says that this is the 4th horseman of the end of your relationship, basically. So on this last note, we've got patterns of change. So whenever you find yourself in a situation, where you're having repeat patterns, you've got to figure out a way to change that stuff so that it doesn't take over your situation. So for your best outcome, we've got the Queen of Cups, and it says react to the criticism by reflecting. All right. And then your manifestation card says creates new transitions. All right, so transitions are ever so important. I'm usually thinking of art when it comes to transitions, but it really doesn't matter. Anytime you're changing from one career to another, one lover to another, one house to another, there's always things that you have to do during transitions that are going to make everything a lot easier, such as getting organized. Just telling people that there's about to be a transition, so there's not misunderstandings, miscommunications, people falling through the cracks. So then underneath the factors affecting your situation, now we've got your immediate future. We've got this 9 of Pentacles, again more Pentacles, more 9s, and hypersensitivity. So what do you do if you are hypersensitive, or if you're dealing with someone that's hypersensitive? How do we overcome that? All right. So number one, you just cannot allow it to take things personally, which is more difficult than you might think. But especially during retrogrades or lady time or whatever. Okay, that says past life lover. So we're going to go ahead and put that one down. But here's a better one. Raise your vibrations with amethyst. So put on your amethyst necklace or jewelry, or just put it on your forehead and clear your chakras. And it can help to alleviate some of this stress that's clearly got you thinking all kind of crazy. Factors affecting the situation is the Four of Swords. The thing about it is just not caring what other people think. It's hard not to care, especially when you care deeply about them. But, after you lose a couple people in your life who had your back, you realize who really has your back and who doesn't. All right? And it's not worth spending all your time trying to make people happy that don't care about you. So underneath the factors affecting your situation, you've got the Ted Bundy card right next to the Four of Swords, which has to do with recuperation, passivity, being passive, trying to get rest, and you may be dealing with some kind of Sagittarius who is toxic. This particular Ted Bundy was a Sagittarius. Alright, so that'll tell you that even though every Sagittarius I know is one of the sweetest people I ever know, don't take advantage of people just because they're nice, because that is the type of thing that makes people snap. Alright, meditate. It says love, peace, joy, and blessings. Think about your vibration only. Okay, so raise your vibration. Don't allow negative, controlling factors. Whoops. You like how I put some makeup on him? The app put makeup on Ted Bundy. Anywho, yeah, put some rose-colored glasses on him. External influences. We've got the Nine of Cups, another 9. And we've got, you might be a lizard Illuminati if you like to live underground in cold, dark, moist places. You're almost there. You're almost to your goal. I love you. That's the goal. But your external influences, this lizard Illuminati might be holding you back. That's your reaction. So maybe you're the one who's acting cold, calculating, and like you might be better off underground. All right. Hope and fears. The World. Okay. The World card. We've got, this card about the BTK killer having like people looking in your windows. This might be significant if you feel like someone might be spying on you. Let's see what we can do to manifest positive so we can go on our world venture without freaking out too bad. Exercise, strength, cardio, and strength training. So I was watching a video about these serial killers, and there was this one girl who got away. And the serial killer said, yes, actually there was this person who got away. And the interview guy, who was basically just trying to figure out, how he could overcome, how he could help people keep from getting murdered, because there was all these murders going on. And this is back before they had forensic science and everybody was getting away with it. They could just go and kill whoever wronged them and get away with it because they didn't really have the forensics to stop people then. And so it said here that the lady got away because she was stronger than the serial killer. She was faster. Okay. And if you're like me, I might be a little slow to come up with a comeback if you say sticks and stones, throw sticks and stones at me. I might be like, I might not have anything to say because I don't want to be that kind of person. I'm never going to be quick to hate. But if you come at me and try to hit me, I'm pretty quick to react. And people think that, they feel sorry for me whenever they see that I have fast reaction time, but you don't go getting bullied your whole life and, live in an elderly care facility situation and take care of elderly people without having a fast reaction time. So, if somebody comes at you, be ready, okay? They may not even expect you to be that ready. Final outcome. Knight of Goblets. You've got your knight in shining armor, but he's irritating the crap out of you. He's like, you interrupted me. And you're like, oh yeah, let me show you what an interruption feels like. Okay. So let's see what we can do to manifest some better vibes for both of you. Whoever is the interrupter and whoever is interrupting the person who is irritated of being interrupted. What can we manifest to make this right? Become what you won't. Before you sleep, manifest. All right? So a lot of people believe in prayer before they sleep. Some people don't believe in God. They don't believe in prayer. Some people believe in witchcraft. But to me, it's all the same. You're calling on the spirits up above, but really you're just brainwashing yourself. Okay? That's all you're really doing is brainwashing yourself. Now, sure, I've had a lot of prayers and other things that I had begged to come into fruition happen for me. But the reality is that the Bible says that God is no part of this world. So I don't really depend on God to be part of this world, okay? I just don't do that. Maybe I should. As a matter of fact, every time I do, I feel like there was some sort of casting cost. Like, where's Jesus when you need him, right? So I don't really call out, and it is the Native American culture who taught me that you don't call out to God for every stupid little thing, because someone else might answer that prayer. Okay? Something else might answer that prayer. So you never know, but become what you won't. So whatever it is that you think that you can't do, overcome it. And before you sleep, manifest it. Because that theta delta sleep state is when your brain, whenever your heart and your brain start to come into sync, your brain waves slow down, and then your subconscious mind comes to the forefront. And it's that subconscious mind that will allow you to change. Okay? So that's why Christianity or, prayers, things that you think about before you go to bed will manifest in your dreams, will brainwash you in your sleep. So if you watch a scary movie and then you go to bed, you're probably going to have scary dreams. If you're around a bunch of negative people all day and then you go to sleep without clearing your mind of those negative people and negative thoughts, negative manifestations will come about. All right, so you got your knight in shining armor. Maybe he's irritating you a little bit, or maybe you're irritating him. But you need to become what you won't. You think that you can't get a job. You think that you can't go on Craigslist and find a new place. Maybe you think you don't have the money, but you never know how bad somebody might want a tenant right now. Maybe they need someone to clean that place up. Maybe they will give you a discount if you do it for them. You never know what, could happen for you unless you communicate and try. All right, so haters are going to hate, painters are going to paint, and so on and so forth. So you all, you take this advice to heart. It's this is a very good reading. I hope that everybody got something positive out of this reading. If you want a personal reading, you can go message me and I will be happy to give you a personal reading. If you just want a short reading, you know, I'm not working right now, and I'm able to work on my own hours, on my own schedule, and I will probably give you a short personal reading for free, absolutely, if you will like, share, comment, follow, subscribe, whatever. If you want a long reading like this one, then you're going to have to pay me. It'd probably be $30 to $60, depending on what type of reading you want, what the situation is. You know, but I do not subscribe. I'm not a psychic, and I'm not a doctor, but I do give advice to people who need help. I mean, I read the cards as they come. It may or may not resonate with you, but I'm more like someone who has dreams and then sees things coming to fruition. So I've had some dreams of places I've never been. It was like a foreshadowing of events. So that's why I decided to do this, because I thought that maybe I had some kind of actual gift. So if this does resonate with you, please let me know so that I can know if my natural abilities are coming to fruition. All right, y'all, come back and see me. I'm going to try to upload these so many videos today. And I definitely need all the subscribers, likes, and comments that I can get. Please let me know if any of this resonates, and y'all come back and see me next week.